Hello, welcome to Learning to Drum. I'm your host, Adam Tevlin, and we are in week 33, episode 30. Thank you so much for joining us again. Last week, we got a feel of what 2/4 time was like, and if you kind of are getting the hang of that, you notice that it's not too much different than 4/4 time. It's just the downbeat, or the 1, falls on the 1 of every 2 instead of the 1 of every 4, so it comes a little bit sooner. Somewhat of the same feel, but definitely a different time signature. And last week we also tested you on the accent exercise on the alternating hands at 80 beats per minute. This week what we're going to do is we're going to continue on with the 2/4 time, and we're going to learn a new exercise. So hang on to your seats, and here we... Wait a minute. Somebody at the door? Hold on. Sorry. Hello?
Hey,
hey, Kai. How you doing?
good, how are you?
Good. We're just recording an episode and learn.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. Come on in. You want to be on the show? What do you got there?
There's a package that's to you.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Okay. Let's get a mic on your shirt and we'll get this package open and see what it is. Okay, Kai. Well, we got here. Wow, the Cajun Practice Pad by Dr. Throwdown, and I know what this is. Dr. John Wooten just came out with his new practice pad called the Cajun Practice Pad, promoted by a fellow by the name of Clarence Boudreaux. And it's a very interesting advertisement, but I had to get me one because it's a remarkable pad, and it might remind me of the actual real feel pads back in the day before they changed. Let's go ahead and get this opened. Dr. Wooten, by the way, is a... Kai, can you do me a favor and hand me those keys over there?
Okay.
Thanks. Excellent. All right. So Dr. Wooten is very versed in the rudiments. He's demonstrated all 40 rudiments that Vic Firth had put out, as well as himself. You can go to johnwooten.com to find out all that he has done. He's written some very excellent works dealing with rudiments and things like that. So I'd love to have him on the show. I think it'd be great to have him on the second season because I really want to talk about the Flamacue. So let's see what this pad, I think it's the practice pad. I'm pretty sure it says Cajun Practice Pad. Let's just open it up here. All right. Now you can tell that any drummer, and you got to be careful with the knife, but you can tell that every drummer pretty much has one of these on their keychain. And you might be saying, Adam, what is that? And because you might have not seen one before, and that's okay. It is a drum key, and it is used to tighten or loosen the heads of a drum. So, obviously you don't have a drum yet. We'll talk about that after in a little bit here, but I know we're kind of getting off track here, but that's okay. You know, that's kind of how it goes. Sometimes is you have to kind of roll with the flow, and oh, wow, okay. Nice packing material. And
it's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah. There we go. I think that's it. Okay, now I got to open up the bubble wrap. Now we're going to set this over to the side so you can see this here. Okay. Let's see what we got. Look at my trusty sharp knife. You always got to be careful with sharp objects. And when you're opening it, you also got to be careful that you don't cut any of the merchandise itself. All right. Almost there. Wow. Okay. Secure that. We'll put those over here. Let's see what we got. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's real nice.
Yeah.
It says on here on the back, Dr. Wooten also goes by the name of Dr. Throwdown. And he says, slow it down, break it down, so you can throw it down. Dr. Throwdown. Okay. It says the Cajun Practice Pad, and it's got a little Rudimental there. And as a matter of fact, Clarence demonstrated in the video that he put out advertising this pad, he demonstrated Rudimentals, and I thought they were very good. Oh, wait, what do we have here? It says, to Kai and Adam, enjoy dat. John Wooten, Rudimental. All right. How cool is that? So he signed the pad. I don't know if he usually does that, but he definitely took the time to sign it. Put your drink right here. Okay, so this pad is very interesting. I'm going to move this over to the side. And this is very interesting because you can put a beverage of your choice right here. And you could put your iPad or your device here. It says, put that phone or tablet right there. And this is really remarkable. Now, wow, let's talk about this. This is what I'm really interested in, is this gum rubber surface. And it looks to be like a 1/4 inch. And let me go ahead and just cop a feel here. Let's see. And, you know, always want to stretch out before you play. All right. So, wow. 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 Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, so this right here is just like the gum rubber surface on an old reel feel. I have been waiting for a pad to come out that would resemble somewhat like the old St. Louis reel feels, and now that Diodario has taken over, they changed the design, and not too much caring for that, but that's okay. A lot of people enjoy those pads still, and that's fine. But this is remarkable because what's nice about it is that I can actually sit with my family and practice, you know, if they can take it. Yeah, and then also it not only has a place for your drink and your, you know, whatever you're studying here that you can put right here, but also it has this non-slip thing to where it won't slip off your leg. If you notice here, it's kind of like a, if you've ever skateboarded, grip tape is the stuff, the hard substance that goes on top of the skateboard. And I remember in the 80s they came out with a clear grip tape, but this looks like some type of a clear grip tape that's here to make sure that it doesn't, you know, move, you know, while you're playing. Okay, Kai, did you want to try it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do traditional, then you can slant that right leg down.
So do I?
Right, but you don't play traditional.
No.
So you want to go ahead and pop that leg back
Okay.
up there and just hit it level there and just go ahead and give a couple of feels off of it. See what you think.
Wow.
See how much responsiveness that did?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Like,
did you want to put it on here? Because you
Yeah.
can actually put it on top of another drum pad. You know, the one without the drink holder. You got to watch this video of Clarence Boudreaux doing the demonstration here. And I can lower that pad for you, son. No problem.
Cool.
All right, now give it a feel.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, here, that's okay. That means we need to just go a little bit lower. Okay, try that.
Man,
Okay,
it
so
feels so smooth. It feels like, I don't know, like, this is like so smooth. I just, like, I mean, I get a lot of resistance with a regular pad, but this is like,
There's almost
easy.
no resistance,
Yeah, I know,
you know.
right?
And there's other practice pads like with mesh heads, and if people don't know what a mesh head is, a mesh head is some type of fabric woven. It's mostly like a synthetic plastic type of fabric, and it's too bouncy. Well, this is great because when I get done with my hard workout, I'm practicing all my rudiments, I'm trying to challenge myself to go to greater speeds and things like that. I go to this, and I can do what's called a cool down. And we all know what a cool down is when we're working out. If those who've worked out, you can tell I do a lot of it. But after I'm done warming up and practicing, I want to do a cool down. This is great for that too. It's therapeutic. And on here, the camera didn't really show that for you, but there is a piece of gum rubber that sits down here to of course, allow your device not to slip, but also protect it from any type of, you know, maybe you put it down or bangs or something. It does offer some protection, I would think. This is really, really cool. This is so cool. I can't wait to start working with it. I think that's interesting, the wood material that they used. It's somewhat of a heavy pad. You can carry it around, as Clarence in the video had shown. You carry it around like this, but it is on the little heavier side, and it can hit your foot. You don't want that to happen. You don't want this to fall on your toes or anything like that if you don't have shoes on, because it is a little bit on the heavier side. And that's fine, because what that weight does for you while it sits in your lap, it stays even more stationary. So these are a little bit on the pricier side, but if you think about some of the what I call boutique or gourmet practice pads out there, run easily as $100. So this is $100, but it comes with so many features, and I really, really like it a lot. This is amazing. Let me go ahead and try a little bit one more time. All right, so wow, this is great. So there we go. So I can sit on the couch and okay, and then yeah, if I wanted to do match grip, I know on the show I always play match. I try to at least, and you know, I can you're gonna do my workout that way. So wow, this is so cool. This is great. So it looks like that we're gonna be fighting over this one, huh? I'm just teasing. No, you can, of course, borrow it anytime you like. It's to Kai and Adam, so you of course, are more than welcome to borrow it. This is a really, really well-designed, well-put-together practice pad. Wait a minute. Do I hear a call coming through? What? Hold on. Let's see who's calling us. Hold on. Sorry, folks. Everything's going crazy. Hey, Claire, it's Boudreaux. Wow, what a pleasant surprise.
Gotta be careful when I talk. Adam, what's going on, man? Hey, I was checking up on you to see if you caught the Cajun Practice Pad, Dr. Showdown's Cajun Practice Pad.
Absolutely, and what a great pad this is. We noticed also that you had Dr. Wooten sign it, so we really appreciate having him take the time to sign that for us.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, he could sign the pad. I know he couldn't be here today because he's real busy. You know, he teaches at the school, in the university over there, down the road, down the way, and he couldn't be there, but he had time to sign it like that for you and Kai.
Well, that's excellent. I appreciate that, and be sure to please thank him for us. You know, and the design itself, I want to congratulate you now. From what I understand from the video, and we have a link down at the bottom of your commercial to the Cajun practice pad, and the one thing that I've noticed is the design is really well built. Now, he designed the original, but you made it a little bit better. And Kai had some questions as far as what it's made of and all that stuff. So congratulations on that. Now, what was?
Thank y'all very much like that. But I gotta tell you, Kai, you make that pad look good. The way I mean, like,
it's all right.
Chicken, you know. I just had some chicken. I got you know how you do a piece of chicken and you cheat like that, you can't get it out of there? Man, what it is, you know, and I've got problems. I don't know if my teeth are too big or my lips are too short, but, you know, sometimes they get in the way.
Yeah, that's okay.
Whatever questions y'all got, let's do it. I try and answer that, but yeah, no, let me show you. I got it on the video. That's a prototype. That's the one Dr. Wooten made with the inner tube from the bicycle.
Wow.
And he put that on there, and I said, come stop. Look, I can do way better than that. I can make it look really good, and it's going to feel really good. So we came up with that. Man, it's like professional stuff right there. It's a finish. It's round. You got a drink holder. It's the only practice pad in the world with a drink holder.
That's right, yeah. Well, like I was saying about the commercial, we have a link down there so people can go check out the full version of the commercial. Now, the one thing I wanted to comment on is the gum rubber is amazing. This right here feels like the old school Real Feels, and I just busted it out right at, like Kai came in to deliver the package because it just came here today. And so here I am, you know, opening it and feeling it for the first time, and I'm just amazed on the response that I'm getting from this. It's a 1/4-inch thick piece of gum rubber, and that's pretty much what the Real Feels were back in the day.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Dr. Wooten, he knows the guys that made those Rob Berenbaum and something like that.
Rob Berenbaum, yeah, here in St. Louis.
It's not what we talk like in Louisiana. But anyway, yeah, it's real soft, and you know, we both getting up there a little bit in age. We don't like that hard, those hard practice pads. Man, that gives you the when your fingers hurt.
Tendinitis.
The shoulder pad, I think it's better for you like that. It feels real good, you know?
That's what exactly I said. It's therapeutic. And when I'm doing a workout, when anyone does a workout, they need to do a cool down. And that's one of the greatest things to do. And I don't like the mesh head things, you don't like the mesh practice pads. That's too much of a response. But then,
those pads don't have a drink holder either.
That's right, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, well, this is amazing. And Kai, did you want to ask some questions about?
Yeah. What type of wood is it?
That's pine wood, because we live back down here in Louisiana, and where Dr. Wooten is over in Mississippi, they got a lot of pine trees everywhere. They're everywhere, pine trees, and they got big pine cones, So anyway, we just take that wood because it's easy to make it out, but it's real thick, We didn't go cheap. We could have made it real thin with some balsa wood or something like that. But this stuff, you can get it wet. It even floats. So you can use it as a canoe,
Yeah, that's awesome. You could be in a little raft or a canoe.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Kai.
Yeah, be in a raft and then...
Maybe make a skateboard out of it like that. So you can roll down the road and be an amphibian, Anyway, if you go in the water or the land like that, and then you can play drums, and it has a drink holder.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Pine wood. And each one of these pads are handmade, right? This is not
Oh yeah, by me and my Cajun elves.
the Cajun elves. Talk to us about the Cajun elves.
But they're just short. They're Cajuns, they're just short.
Hmm.
I think they're nourished or something, I don't know. They don't eat enough crawfish.
I get it. Well, now that you've obviously you've been on the show here, impromptu. But do you mind if I ask you a couple of drumming questions?
No, go ahead. Tell you what, I'm gonna get comfortable over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna so I can put this pad on my lap. Let me move my phone like that. Hang on.
Yeah, take your time.
My drink holder.
Nice.
Now I put my iPhone right there, but right now my iPhone's on the stand talking to you like that. So, but you can put your music. You can get Dr. Wooten's Rudimental Remedies, and you put it on your phone.
Yeah.
You got the ebook. Put it on your phone. You put it right there, and you can practice all day long.
I happen to have the Rudimental reference book here. And you mentioned another book by Dr. Wooten. What was that again? The Rudimental?
That's the Rudimental Remedies.
Rudimental Remedies. Okay. Now
Rudimental Remedies. Slow it down, break it down, so you can throw it down. That's on here like that. Look.
Yeah.
That's on the card, in case you forget.
That's right. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Well, he also has other things going on besides his publications that are out. I know he's had many years of instructing drum and bugle corps and drum lines. I believe 5 national award-winning drum lines that he's worked with, so he's got a lot of knowledge. And I would love to have him on the second season of Learning the Drum, if that's okay. And if you...
He's so busy right now. That's why he got me making these things. He don't have time to do that.
Right.
So, he's writing books and stuff and doing good. And he's teaching in school. They got the steel band and his jazz band, and he teaches on drumeo too, like that.
That's right.
So, kind of busy.
Yeah, I understand. Well, we'll see what happens during the next season. We got a long ways to go before that happens, but hopefully by then he'll have some more free time.
He can help you. I'm sure he could spend a few minutes with you like that talking.
Oh, that'll be great. Yeah, I appreciate that. Now, I noticed...
A good word.
Thank you. Yeah. Now, I noticed you switched to traditional. What made you switch?
Well, I don't know. It looks cool. And I like traditional. I play match too, like that. That's the good thing about this pad. You can play match. You just put it right there, and look. I've been practicing a lot.
I
And
can
then
tell.
so all you gotta do is take the right leg and make it straight. Look. Now look. And then that's Dr. Jordan. He said you gotta put the pad like that at a slant for traditional. He said that because that's the way God intended it.
That's great. Yeah, okay. Well, I couldn't agree. My problem is I'm trying to keep both on par, both matching traditional. And most of the time, I play traditional, but here I am on the show trying to demonstrate everything in match grip. And sometimes it doesn't go across as the way I want it to, but it's a hard thing to do, I have to say.
That's okay. I mean, it's okay. You can do both, but it's okay. And you're always learning. Forever, you're always a student.
That's right.
So just remember that you're a student until you die. Because if you stop learning, you might as well be dead. I think you are dead because you always learn something. Something. There's always something to learn.
Yeah.
Something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and so was Dr. Wooten your first drum teacher?
He's my only drum teacher. I don't even know any other drummers, really. I don't go much. I just stay in the swamp like that. I don't see many people.
You know me now.
I've been to the Mississippi place. The Mississippi is a place kind of close. It's really kind of far, really. Then they got in a car, and I drove in the car for like 3 hours to get there. I thought we were in Canada or something. I never been that far in my life. I never been out of the swamp,
Gotcha. Yeah, so you stay in the swamps, I take it. Yeah. Now, what?
You ever been to the swamps? It's really not.
I've been to Louisiana, the Drum and Bugle Corps in the summer of '92, and I thought it was hot and humid here in St. Louis, but I took a machete and cut at the humidity in Louisiana just to get through on the playing field. That's how bad it was.
Palms in the air. You can swim like.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. You can do the sprinklers. Yeah, you can do all that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So one more question, because I know you're a busy person and you want to get back to manufacturing those pads. The one thing.
Look, I got some more. Yeah, we got to make a lot more pads because they got the Christmas and the Hanukkah coming up, and the Thanksgivings and the Mardi Gras coming up soon too. Can't forget about Mardi Gras. It's a good Mardi Gras present.
That's right, yeah. One more question, if you don't mind, and this is something that I've struggled with. A lot of my students have struggled with this. I've seen this across the board, and the desire of practicing, and you get done with your drum lesson from your drum teacher, and you're all excited, and you might practice a little bit that day, but the next day kind of goes by, and you mean to practice, but you just don't get around to it, and every day goes by, and maybe you've picked up the sticks a little bit here and there, but do you ever fight laziness, I guess, is for lack of a better term?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Especially after I ate a lot of crawfish. Man, when I got a full belly, look, my belly's getting a little bigger.
Yeah.
But it's after I got a full belly like that, all I want to do is take a nap. I like naps. They're good, and sometimes I'm lazy, I like to sit around and just look at nature and stuff. That's always good, but you gotta set your priorities. I mean, the thing is, you get to drum, you don't have to drum, you get to drum. So, you don't have to practice either. Nobody has to practice. You don't practice, jam. You don't have to, you get to practice, or you get to jam, or whatever. So, Dr. Chodown, he told me the reason he wrote that rudimental, I can't say things sometimes because I don't know if it's my teeth are too long or my lips are too short, but it makes talking sometimes a little difficult for me. I don't like to talk too much. Anyway, he made that book. He said he made that book for the PlayStation generation. I don't know what that is, but he said because a lot of young people, they like to play on the TV, the games and stuff. I don't have a TV, so I don't know what that means. But anyway, he said they like to play. So this book, it has like tracks and stuff. You play along, and I was playing the track, man. They jamming. It's like jamming. You you got the track going on, and play along. You play along with it. Man, that's a lot of fun. Yeah. That's a lot of fun. Look, so you get that CD, that little record, the little record you put in your computer like that. Some people don't have that no more. You have to go online in the intranets or something. He said something it's a spider web, the internet. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But anyway, he goes there and you play them and it's fun. So
Right.
here's the thing. He telling me, he goes, if it's fun, well, man, you're gonna practice more. I said, well, yeah. He said, if it's fun, you're gonna practice more. I said, yeah, of course. If it's fun, I want to keep doing it. So that's what that book's for the PlayStation generation, so everybody can have fun playing, but not just playing, learning too. Because they got music from all over the world. They got music from like Argentina and Ireland and Africa and even Mississippi and Louisiana, some jazz. They got all kinds of music in that book. And there's 951 play-along tracks. And you can put that on your Cajun practice pad right there, put the tracks on your phone, listen to them, and jam all day. Like that.
Nice. Nice. Absolutely. I think you said something very profound is it's not that you have to play or practice, but you get to play or practice. Me, being in my mid-40s, having 3 kids, my time gets whittled down much more as opposed to, let's say, my son Kai, who has the whole world ahead of him. So I obviously, I encourage him, you know, as well as other people that are in their younger years to take advantage of that free time they have and not as much scrolling through so many pages of social media, but try to spend some time with something that's going to reward you down the road.
Okay, look, you're doing good. You need to spend a lot of time with Kai. That's what this time in life is for. You know, I got 2 little kids too. I got little T-Paul and Suzette. Man, but they all grown up now. They've grown up and they got their own alligator farms now. So I don't have as much time to spend with them. They don't want to spend time with their daddy that much. Just some, you know, especially when I'm cooking. If I make a gumbo, man, they come over to the house. But otherwise, I don't see it much, so I got a lot more time on my hands. That's why I'm making these practice pads. So it depends in life. You know, sometimes you have a lot of time. Sometimes you don't have much time. It's what it is, but you gotta set your priorities. I know that. And did you say I said something
Profound.
Profound.
Yeah.
Man, no, said that to me.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's something. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. And you look great, by the way. Don't worry about your teeth. Don't worry about the way you look. We're all created for a reason, and you know, you sound great. And
Talking about. What's wrong with my teeth?
well, you said earlier. You said I can't talk well. It might be my teeth or something.
Oh, I think some chicken stuck in my teeth.
Oh, okay, okay. And obviously your work is showing so well into this practice pad. I hope a lot of people pick it up. And I told them the price point. I also reviewed the pad before you came on. So it was great to actually have, you know, the engineer and the manufacturer right there on for us to watch.
Oh man, well this is good timing then, huh?
Yeah, very good timing. Yeah, you're going to be on the show.
Well man, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the pad. Yeah, and telling people all about it, telling them where they can get it and stuff. And,
Yep.
Man, thank you, Carl. You made that look good.
There you go.
Thanks.
Anything else you want to ask Mr. Clarence?
No, not really.
All right. Well, we'll let you get going, Clarence. Thank you so much again. Tell Dr. Wooten thank you so very much again for the signature pad. And I'll be talking to you again soon, okay?
Okay, y'all have fun. Practice. You get to practice, so go do that. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah.
See ya.
Wow, well, that was a cool thing that
Yeah.
Clarence had called us, and we were able to ask questions here on the show directly from the manufacturer themselves of the Cajun Practice Pad. Some very good words of wisdom, too, as well, as far as, you know, having the desire to practice. And it should be a fun thing. That's what it's about. It's what all our guests have said this whole time. It's fun, and if you're not having fun with it, then you need to do something else. There's no sense of doing something you don't like to do, right? Okay. And if you do try drums in about a few months down the road, it's not for you, that's normal. Things like that happen all the time. I had that happen to me with karate. I started karate when I was, I think, 8 or 9 years old, and my grandparents paid for a whole year subscription, and I was so excited to want to learn the flying kicks and the jumps and all that stuff, but they were showing me the basics like what I'm showing you. So that concludes our episode here on learning to drum. I know it's not a scripted one. It was kind of a little off track. Next week we are going to learn that new exercise as well as a new rudiment. And Kai, did you want to have any other words that you want to say?
Well, I just want to say that it happens to me where usually I kind of put it off with practicing, and I don't always focus on doing it, and just like I want to do it, I just keep on putting it off. And
okay, that's very normal, okay? It happens to me, it happens to everybody, okay? Now, even if it's just a little bit of practicing, even if you sit there commit to 5 minutes, that 5 minutes is 5 minutes more than you didn't have before. So that's okay, and don't feel bad, Kai, okay? That doesn't mean you're any less of a drummer. If you're still enjoying the drums, try to take your mind off of the stuff that we've been doing, right? And try to sit there and have fun, sit there, get to know your practice pad or your drums. And, oh, by the way, we're supposed to talk about whether or not to get a drum. If you're going to get a snare drum, and that's what you would get if you were to get a drum, you would get a snare drum, something like entry level or what have you. Some of them run around $100. That's pretty much around the same price as that, as a matter of fact. It is noisier. You just have to, of course, ask permission if you're still living at home, or be conscious of the neighbors. So now think about this. If you're going to get a drum set, which eventually you're going to get a drum set, because we'll go into drum set eventually, and probably season 2, we'll have to see. But anyway, so think about most of those entry-level drum sets will have a snare already with them. So you can kind of think about it in 2 ways. Do I want to pay for something that I'll end up paying anyway with the drum set that I'm going to purchase, or do I really want to have a drum? You can sell that drum off and purchase the drum set, or have 2 snare drums. Anyway, I just want you to know your options out there and everything, and that's pretty much what I have to say about getting a drum right now. So if you're going to save your money, I'd rather you do it. So Kai, once again, don't feel bad.
yeah.
And I feel bad too sometimes. And you know how I said at the beginning of the season is sometimes we're our own worst enemy. So be your own best friend, and that's a hard thing to do sometimes, And so anyway, well, I know you don't want to sit here and bid everybody farewell, but I know you want to poof. Okay, all right. So we're going to do the special clap. Remember the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that. We've learned that before, so we know what it looks like on paper. But he really wants to disappear. So here we go. Ready? 1 and 2 and here we go. And 2. There he goes. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining this unconventional episode of Learning to Drum, and I also wanted to let you know sometimes it's okay to take a break if you've been practicing forever and ever and ever, okay? So sometimes too much practicing might be a little bit too much, but spending a good half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, even better, but you can space that out throughout the day. I'm your host, Adam Tevlin on Learning to Drum. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next week on that new rudiment and new exercise, and always remember to keep swinging those sticks.